Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all will be fine and enjoying good health. Dear students, today we shall discuss the grade 12th physics chapter 1 electrostatics. First of all, we will know what is electrostatics. Electrostatics is the branch of physics which deals with the study of charges. Electric charges at rest is called electrostatics. Its mean that we shall discuss the study of charges at rest in electrostatics. In our practical life, we see different operators, devices which are working on the principle of electrostatics. One of them is the xerography. Xerography. Xerography mean photocopier machine. Photocopier machine. Photocopier machine and printer. Dear students, these devices uses the principle of electrostatics, and we will see the natural phenomena as well electrostatic, that in severe weather condition we observe lightning is the natural phenomena natural phenomena in which we observed electrostatics. Electrostatics. Here, here are some basic laws of electrostatic as well. Basic laws of electrostatics. Dear students, as we studied in previous class that there are two types of charges. One is the positive charge and another is the negative charge. Basic laws of electrostatics deals with the force of attraction or repulsion between the positive charges or negative charges, or positive or neutral and negative charges. First law, if both are positive charges or both are negative charges, we call them like charges. They will repel each other. So first law is like charges repel each other. Like charges repel each other. And second is, if one is positive charge and another is a negative charge, then they will attract each other. They will attract each other. It's mean unlike charges attract each other. And another is neutral. And if a body has a neutral, then there will be the attraction between positive charge, negative charge, or a neutral body. With which force these charges attract each other or repel each other, mean we are talking about the quantity, magnitude of force with which these charges are attracting or repel each other. The Coulomb law. Coulomb, a French military engineer, a scientist, put a law about this magnitude of attraction or repulsion of electrostatic charges. Now we move toward Coulomb law. Keep in mind, Coulomb law is valid only for point charges. Coulomb law is only valid for point charges. Point charges. What are point charges? If the distance between charges is larger than the size of charges. It's mean the distance should be very large as compared to the distance between the charges. The size should be small. Size should be very small as compared to the distance between them. Then these will be called point charges. And now we move about our main topic, that is the Coulomb law. Coulomb law. Coulomb was a French military engineer, and he gave us the quantitative value of force between these charges. Coulomb law. Coulomb law. Coulomb's law. How we can define the Coulomb law? The electrostatic force between the point charges is directly proportional to the magnitude of charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. How we can write this in mathematical form? Mathematically how we can write it in mathematical form? As F is directly proportional according to this electrostatic force is directly proportional to the magnitude of the charges. Mean we have two charges Q1 and Q2. If we have 2-point charges, one is Q1 and another is the Q2, here distance between them is R. This is also a positive charge. This is putting a force on Q1 and Q1 is putting a force on Q2, and we can write as force on point charge Q1 due to Q2, and here will be the force on charge Q2 because of Q1. It's mean Q1 is repelling, putting a force repelling Q2, and Q2 is putting a force on Q1. We can write it in mathematical form as F is directly proportional to Q1, Q2, and another is inversely proportional. F is inversely proportional, mean force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. When we combine above these equations, equation 1 and equation 2, we can write as Q1, Q2 over r square. Dear students, keep in mind when we use the sign of proportionality, when we remove it, we use the sign of equal and a constant as well. So, I will write it as F is equal to K Q1 Q2 over R square. Here, K is Coulomb's constant, Coulomb constants, having a value 9 cross 10 raised to power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Dear students, one thing should be in your mind that this force depends upon the charges between Q1, Q2 and the value of K. It depends upon the system of units in which F, Q and R are measured. Uh, we have studied in previous classes that there remain a different system units mean FKS, FPS. Now we are following the SI system of units, and when we follow SI system of units, then we find the value of K as 9 cross 10 raised to power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Now the force, magnitude of force depend upon the medium between Q1 and Q2. If there is space, if there is space between charges, then K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is permittivity of free space having value 8.85 cross 10 raised to power minus 12 per Newton per meter square Coulomb square. This is the value of permittivity of free space. And if we use some medium, some insulator between these point charges, dear student, keep in mind that we will rewrite it as F is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. This is the value of K in case of free space, but now we are using a medium. So medium permittivity, that's known as relative permittivity, will also be used, and its impact on force will be that force will decreased, the force will decreased. I hope you will understand better, and we shall next discuss on force of repelled by force exerted by Q2 on Q1 and Q2 on Q1 in next lecture. Now Allah Hafiz.